Well, hello there, everybody. It is I, your boy H-Boy. So, for those who don't remember, a while back there was a somewhat small trend of people on YouTube of people playing the incredibly strange Newgrounds game, Dr. Doe's chemistry quiz. And yes, that meme has somewhat died down now, but there was one thing that everyone seemed to miss of it that I think is that Dr. Doe also appears in a bunch of edutainment videos on Alpha's YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be delving into one of those. So this one's called Dr. Doe's Chemical Kitchen. Let's watch and see what happens. Let's go for the stupid thing. There we go. There she is.
Hi, I'm Dr. Doe.
Well, they actually gave her a proper voice this time. What's interesting, I'll come back to you later, is notice how writing animation Alpha 995, it says the voice of Matthew Curtis and then royalty-free voices. However, it doesn't mention who voices her. But my question is Alpha a man or a woman? I don't know. I really hope it's a woman, and it'll be another Dupixon situation. But that's not important. Let's go back to it and let's see what happens.
In a bit, but
I wonder if I should. Hopefully, this recipe is good enough. I might even try this recipe myself in one of the
before
videos.
that, narrator, what's the first thing we're supposed to do?
Wash your hands, of course. Sorry. I thought he was going to say, because like, if this was a kiddie, one of those kiddie cooking shows, like Katie Couric or Princess P or one of the famous Cooking with Lewis or any of those, they would say wash your hands. But, of course, getting the ingredients, that's pretty obvious, too. But so far, this seems tame compared to the chemistry game. But do I think it's going to stay tame this whole time? Probably not. But I hope it's at least tame enough that I don't have to do as much editing for this. Why is her hand suspiciously close to the buttons? Please tell me she's not going to do what I think she's going to do.
Skin?
What about an apron?
The next step is
I like how she just said silly, then it's like the Gilligan cut, then boom, she has it.
to preheat the oven to 100.
What's these say? Deer are very cute. I love deer. Okay, it's a little Easter egg. And what does this one say? It says hater tier. What's really funny about this is although this video was uploaded, when was this video uploaded? 2016. And when did Trump get in? When did Trump get in? Okay, 2017. No, I mean, when did he currently get in? 2021. So that means, because as you know, the American is now where it's only known for the imperialness. So I mean, like, I can see why she'd be bothered now, but the fact that she was bothered back then about the imperial versus metric means that it was somewhat ahead of its time. But the thing is, in these days, we still sometimes use, like, I'm Canadian, so I'm perfectly allowed to have a say in this, is we use the empirical for cooking or preheating ovens, but everything else we use metric. Like for the temperature outside, we use metric. For the temperature of electronic devices, you use metric. And okay, but that's not important. So let's see why she doesn't like Fahrenheit. Let's see what happens. Just teasing her.
Oh, you motherfucker. I apologize.
Okay, that is but as you can see, they censored it, so you can still see it's way tamer compared to the chemistry game. But I'm actually curious why this is so tame and childish compared to, well, that thing that we got that, I don't need to explain. Jimmy Neutron much?
How much of that?
Oh, just a pinch.
How much is that in grams?
Oh, okay, now he's just being a doom. Okay, I don't need to show you that. That's just an ad. So what do I have to say about that?
I'm Kiana, and I leveled up my business with shop.
It was actually surprisingly innocent compared to the video game that they released. What I'm assuming is the video game was probably created in response to a bunch of, basement dwellers, if you will, who, how should I say, or people that just connected to the fact that she's a furry and just said, give me more. And also, what do I have to say with that? The ending was kind of, like, I expected it to be like one of those, one of those cutesy characters goes rogue kind of videos where at the end she would start freaking on him and then get all like sweary and cussy, almost like a subverted kid show host, if you will. But surprisingly, it ended pretty wholesomely. However, one way I could interpret it as is, what if, I know it sounds silly, she intentionally tried to hurt his brain with science as like a punishment for what she did. But other than that, I could say it was pretty tame and innocent compared to the video game. But I also have to admit, it's kind of surprising. I expected it to be at least a little bit risque, but it wasn't risque at all, other than the censored swear words. So that was your boy, H-Boy, reacting to Dr. Doe's Chemical Kitchen, and I will see you next time.